He says the second murder was a relative.
Okay.
He says yes. He says a relative that didn't treat me very well. He says, I am not making excuses. I am way past making excuses.
Okay.
So he's just like stating he feels as a fact.
Okay.
He's not saying a justification for a murder, you understand?
Okay.
He's just stating a fact. He says he's way past making excuses.
Who was the relative, Esther? Who was the relative?
Relative from my father's side. A rich uncle.
Uncle, okay.
So brother, his father's brother.
Yes, uncle. How did you kill these two people, Esther?
He says my father's brother, but no uncle to me.
Okay. So you something must have happened to justify it at the time, your action. Something really serious, because, I mean, to kill someone, right?
He says really serious. Yes.
Okay. I mean, feel free to tell us a little bit about it, if you would like to tell us just a little, the reason what happened.
He said this man didn't put me in his will. He says, and he told everyone this fact. So he's saying he was very wealthy. He says yes, extremely wealthy merchant. Yes. So it was his father's brother, and he cut him out of the will. Did he? Just a question pops into my head. Did he cut your father out of the will too? He says yes. He cut his brother out too. Cut his whole side of the, his brother and his family out. Yes. Okay. And he says he bragged about it in a sense, like didn't make any secret that they weren't in his will.
Okay. Okay.
He's saying he says I took his life in anger mercilessly.
Okay. The doll's got blood on her hand.
He says the blood was his.
Yeah. Did you use a knife to kill him?
He says the longest and sharpest knife I could find.
Oh, that sounds like you must have been really, really angry to do that.
He said very angry and not thinking straight. I acted impulsively.
Okay. So it wasn't planned, it wasn't like premeditated,
Wasn't premeditated, but I hated this man for a long time.
Okay. Okay, Esther, have you ever been confronted by the man that died at your hands in afterlife?
He's saying perhaps we could discuss that at another time.
Okay.
and try to keep focused on the current topic, like he's saying, like not to branch out too far, like he's saying if you want to discuss afterlife,
okay,
you could be jumping into a big
okay,
whole new discussion of what happened crossing over, where you're focusing more on the details. He doesn't want to hop back and forth from afterlife to the. He says it's an unpleasant topic, and he just wants to.
He wants to talk what happened here first. On the other hand,
he's saying yes.
Okay, we'll do that, because before we just end this session, I would like to say to you, Esther, that we would like to listen to your story and perhaps help you if we can, you know, if we could assist you in any way or help you. Because you reached out to us, we feel like we would like to get to know you a little bit better over time and perhaps help you.
He says he'd like to give others in my position, in my past position, he's saying, you know, a strong word of advice. Don't take another life. It will be he's saying it will be on your soul and will have to be reconciled eventually. In other words, it won't end when you die. That's what he's saying, yes. He says the murders were not worth it for me. At the time, I felt justified, but my justification has he's saying my justification, he's sort of saying worn away to nothing. That's the best I'm getting out of him. He's saying like his justification has gone to nothing. There's no justification, he's saying.
He's stuck with it, rather, I feel, with what he did, right?
He says, I very much have the blood of 2 men on my hands as we speak. It's a heavy burden in this dimension. Which you called hell at the beginning of this video. But I call it home.
We see maybe one day you'll be able to move from that place somewhere better. I'm glad that we're talking about all this, that you reached out to us, Esther, you know. And perhaps we learn more details of your story and get to know you a little bit better. Well, we speak to you next time or so. But thank you for talking to us and sharing and communicating. That was kind of nice of you to come and tell us a little bit more about yourself. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end this session?
He says we have to continue this further, but this is all that I will say for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.